Welcome back, VST here. Today guys, I have the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, Exynos 2200, the Pixel 7 Pro with the second Tensor chip, and the Xiaomi 13, the smallest contender, again running with a Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Now, what are we gonna do in this video guys? I'm going to do Geekbench 6 to check where we stand. Then I'm gonna do a wildlife extreme stress test, and then guys we are gonna do a recap. Now you might wonder why you're seeing here Thermal Guardian and the specific menu battery guys, because those phones here, the S23, S22 Ultra and the Xiaomi 13, they have the possibility to be forced into a performance mode. Now, how do we do this on the Xiaomi 13, guys? Once inside the battery settings, click just on performance. The performance of the device will improve. It might increase power consumption and lead to overheating. Well, we are going to try to test this. I'm gonna hit OK here. Sadly, nothing like this is possible on the Pixel and S22 Ultra, guys. I will increase the thermal threshold to the maximum with 2 Celsius. And I will also try to limit the additional settings, which might cause some throttling. And also inside the processing speed, I'm going to choose the maximum one, which anyway should not affect benchmarks. I'm going to do the same also inside the S23 Ultra. And also additional settings will remove these things here. But you can just see I don't have the option to access my processing settings. So I need to go manually inside the battery and device care, hit the battery here and scroll down for more battery settings, from where I can access the performance profile. And you can see guys, this is a lot of the questions that I get. Performance profile on the S23 Ultra is only standard and light. As to the old one on the S22 Ultra, we have optimized high and maximum. Anyway, this should not affect benchmarks. So yeah, we're gonna see this guys. I'm gonna now close everything on all of those phones, and I'm gonna start the first test, which is gonna be Geekbench 6. And of course, I'm gonna also do a temp reading to just understand how we stand with the temperature of those phones. Then kick the test, guys. Yeah, let ourselves be surprised with the results. Now, let me just take some readings here. S23 Ultra 28.6, S22 Ultra 28.1, Pixel 7 Pro 31.5, running a bit hotter here, and 28.9 for the Xiaomi 13. Now I'm gonna run the CPU benchmarks. Mid-test, guys, I'm gonna do another temp reading and also a final temp reading at the end of the test, and then of course try to compare the results. Now I need to make a disclaimer. The Pixel 7 Pro is running with the latest Android 14. That's how I got it, guys. I'm just saying this so that I'm completely honest and transparent with you. And also, second disclaimer, don't get your hopes high on benchmarks. I'm doing this for the fun, but they are not 100% reliable, as they are not so constant. So you pretty much get different results every time you test your phone. Your phone might be heated, your phone might be cold. So yeah, you see my point. All right. Now, Xiaomi pumped to 30 Celsius. Pixel 7 Pro 31, S22 Ultra to 29.2, and the S23 Ultra 29. So let's just see how well this goes. I'm going to do again another temp reading while we're meeting the test, and then directly at the end of the test. So let me speed up. And if you're here for the first time, what are you waiting? Subscribe. All right, one mid-term temp reading. 32.5 on the Xiaomi and 31.1, very cool, on the Pixel. 32.8 on the S22 Ultra and 31.6 on the S23 Ultra. Okay, let's keep going. Wow, the first contender is already ready. That's the Xiaomi 13, 33.9, almost 34, and the S22 Ultra 32 for the S23 Ultra. 1873 versus over 2000, and the multi-core score, guys, 4886 versus the whooping 5606. So I'm not sure why, but it seems that the Xiaomi 13 is probably able to just get hotter and of course throttle less and thus get better performance. And of course then I'm gonna wait for the phones to cool down, guys, and I'm gonna run the Wildlife Extreme stress test where we can clearly see the highest loop score versus the lowest loop score, and of course get this stability rating. And now, guys, our third contender, the S22 Ultra, finishes okay 35.4, so running even cooler than the S23 Ultra. Exynos 2200, 1565 on the single core score and 3503 embarrassing. Yes, even the Pixel is getting higher on the multi-core score and a bit lower than the Exynos 2200, guys. Pixel finishes at 32.6. So let me enjoy this view one more time before I wait for the phones to cool down and then initiate the Wildlife Extreme stress test. Again, guys, this phone here is running Android 14, so it's not a bit fair, but it is what it is. It's a Pixel, so of course we need to be on the latest Android. Alright, guys, it's time for our second test, and this is going to be 20 loops of Wildlife Extreme stress test. I can promise you guys, this is gonna be fun. So let's just see. 26. So I have left the phone to rest a bit. 26 for the S22 Ultra as well. 26.7 for the Pixel and 26.3 for the Xiaomi 13. Now, disclaimer, guys, the Pixel 7 Pro runs on Android 14, so we might expect some things. Yeah, let's see. And I already said this, guys, because I pre-tested this. So the thing is, guys, Pixel 7 Pro is not even able to make it to the whole 20 loops. I'm not sure if that's the case with Android 13, so I want to be really transparent and open and honest. And also with the Pixel 7 Pro, it might be the case it's because of the Android 14, but nevertheless, we have started now the Wildlife Extreme stress test. It's going to be 20 loops of heavy testing. Why? Just to compare the highest loop score with the lowest loop score and to check the stability rating. So now, let me speed up, guys, and I'm going to do also a mid-temp reading while we reach loop number 10 out of 20. And the Pixel dies just shy of the 9th loop, guys. 34.6, 42.9 on the Xiaomi 13, 40.9 on the S22 Ultra, and 42.8 on the S23 Ultra. Sadly, I will need to put the Pixel to rest, guys, and continue with the other devices again. This runs Android 14. It might as well be the reason for this crash. I'm not sure, but that's how I got it. So this is also what I'm reporting. Now, let's continue with the testing, guys, as we are approaching the 10th loop. And we got ourselves the first winner, guys. I do believe this is here the S23 Ultra. Let's do a temp reading. 44 degrees burning. The S22 Ultra only with 42. And the Xiaomi 13 with 47 degrees. And wow, okay, those phones are burning. Let me just remove the Pixel for now. And let's just try to read the results. I can tell you guys, I can feel how these phones are burning my hand. 66% stability for the S23 Ultra, 53% stability for the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and 77.8 stability for the Xiaomi 13, really killing it. The best loop score on the Xiaomi 13 is 3751 versus 3759, which is here more, but the lowest loop score on the Xiaomi was almost 3000, which kind of also raises the stability score. This is not the case with the S23 Ultra, 2481, stability rating 66. So guys, this is pretty much what we get. I was also able to pump it up a bit to 70% while playing with the settings. The settings are already there, guys, but you can just see. So the Xiaomi has a very interesting curve, guys. You can just see it maintains the loop scores like this, then a drop, then again maintains them until the test number 13, and then flattens out, which is actually very good here. So maybe for gaming, the Xiaomi 13 will really be better than the S23 Ultra. And what to speak about the S21 Ultra, the results are really low, but of course that's an old generation phone. Now, performance range, we have the frame rates going up and also the loops going on the right. You can pretty much see what happens. So there is a drastic gap here on the S22 Ultra, the S23 Ultra and the Xiaomi a bit more stable. Now guys, let's just take some temporary readings. The battery here went from 50% 37, here from 66 to 53, and here from 52 to 38. This phone heated up the most from 25 Celsius to 47, and we also were able to confirm this with my TemGam. 26 Celsius to 42 Celsius and 26 Celsius to 44 Celsius. 11 frame rate the lowest one, 5 frame rate the lowest one, 14 here, 28 top frame rate on the S23 Ultra, only 14 here on the S22 Ultra, and 27 comes close to Xiaomi 13, guys. You can pretty much see, guys, this here is the battery going down. This here is the temperature raising. They have a very similar curve, guys. Again, 8 Gen 2 devices here, the S23 Ultra and the Xiaomi 13. Here, guys, you can just see the battery level going down, the temperature going up, but not so much. 42 degree versus 44 degree versus 47 degree. And here, guys, at some point, yeah, it's really going crazy on these two phones. And guys, what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to let those phones to rest a bit, and then I'm going to also run a AnTuTu benchmark. Time to measure one more time, guys. 27.8, 29, 27, and 26 on the Xiaomi 13. And now let's try to test AnTuTu and see what those phones will do. Okay guys, the Xiaomi was first, measuring 38 degree, S23 Ultra, 37 degree, guys, 122, 129, so it's 1,222,000. Xiaomi 13 apparently winning this round with almost 1,300,000. So we can also see here, guys, the CPU here is 252, 276, a bit higher here. The GPU also higher here. The memory is absolutely on par, and the UX also better. And we also have the other devices ready. So on the second place is the Ultra 23 Ultra. On the third place we have the S21 Ultra with 828K, below 1 million. Google Pixel 7 Pro comes at the last place. It's very interesting to see that also the graphics here, guys, with the temperature is pretty much on par with the Gen 2 chips, and also with the Exynos, and the pixel is just drawing a different curve. I hope that you like videos like this, and if that's the case, guys, you're more than welcome to support the channel. VST, over and bye.